Rangers will not be starting the season at Ibrox. Yesterday, the club released this statement confirming the news. It come from the chairman, John Bennett. First, I'd like to apologise on behalf of the club for the uncertainty that this delayed project has caused to our season ticket holders, hospitality clients, partners and the wider support of this football club. The number of variables in this situation has made it extremely difficult to bring the one thing we all crave: certainty. Nevertheless, we are closing in on the most immediate solution, a suitable venue at which to fulfill our fixtures and house our supporters. While the ongoing delay means that the club is unable to fix a date for our return to Ibrox, we anticipate that this will become clearer upon delivery of the necessary materials to Glasgow. Rangers thanks the Scottish FA and the SPFL for their strong support in working on a solution. The club wholeheartedly appreciates the continued patience of our supporters while we work through this most trying of situations. I intend to give a fuller personal update by the end of July.
Really frustrating, really frustrating. I don't think that it's going to be ready for a wee while as well. It's looking like it's going to hang on a wee bit.
I think it'll be even longer than that they're saying. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's the talk right now about the Champions League and the fact that if we play a game at Hampden in the group stages, we're going to have to play the full group stages at the Champions.
Is that a rule, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Not the qualifiers, but the actual group stage games. So if the Champions League first game is played at Hampden, we have to play all the games at Hampden.
And Ibrox is always the 12th man in Europe, isn't it?
That could be ready.
Yeah.
And we could be playing our league games here and then having to travel to Hampden to play our games in Europe and the rest of the group stages, and it's dead frustrating.
Is there any positive spin you could put on it where you go to Hampden, you get a couple of good results and you come back to Ibrox and it's like a added motivation to kick on after that?
I can't see it.
Really? Okay.
I can't see it. There's no much that you can take for it that you're quite happy with, you know what I mean? It's very frustrating. Are
you happy that you're staying in Glasgow at least? Because Murrayfield was the talk, I suppose?
Murrayfield was the talk, aye, but Hampden hasn't been very kind to us the last few years, so...
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It's quite one of the ones where there's not much that the club can do, I suppose.
Yeah, fair enough.
Materials are missing. Yeah. What else can you do about it?
I think it'll be okay, actually.
Your first couple of league fixtures, Ross County and Motherwell, will be there. You think you should win those games?
Why? Yeah.
Regardless. I can't believe it. We're finally back at Ibrox making another video. Copland Road, isn't it? So yeah, it's this stand here. It's interesting seeing all the materials up close and personal because it's been such a big story over the last few weeks. Obviously there's been like no football on really, a couple of friendlies have started now, but in terms of like the big two, Celtic and Rangers, what's really been going on? A few transfers and stuff, but the big story is obviously the stadium situation. There's been a bit of development obviously from the club in recent years. We've got the new Edmondson house here which looks great, club shop, museum, cafe, etc. There's the new Walter Smith statue just around there as well that I've not seen before, but I'll overlay a couple of clips of just now. And then obviously, yeah, the renovations to the Copland Road where they're making improvements to the disabled facilities. I'll firstly ask you about some of the renovations that Rangers have been doing. Obviously the last couple of years we've got the Walter Smith statue here.
Yes.
Edmondson house. There's been a few positive stories around some of the regeneration here. Obviously currently the new stand situation isn't ideal. What are your initial thoughts on it?
Well, being involved when I was working, I was involved in trades like this, and sometimes you think everything's okay when you're signing paperwork, and then all of a sudden halfway through the job or quarter of the way through the job something happened, and I think that's what's happened here.
These things can happen, can't they? Yeah.
Folk have been saying, oh, why do we not get steel work from Scotland, but who's going to make it?
Yeah.
So it's one of these things.
I'm sure there's so many moving parts in a job like this, like building new parts of stands and stuff. It's like so many different companies and people you have to bring in. Like, it's not an easy job, I wouldn't imagine.
No.
But playing at Hampden for the start of the season.
Yeah.
Do you think the lads will do alright over there, or?
Yeah, well, we've played in Hampden before, so and it's about the same size as Ibrox.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger, I think.
Slightly bigger.
Yeah.
So there'll be more fans allowed in as well.
But
I prefer, sorry for interrupting, I prefer Hampden to Murrayfield, because from where we stay in Kilwinning, Murrayfield and Edinburgh's a lot further away.
A lot further away out in Ayrshire. And yeah, obviously Murrayfield was spoken about.
Yes.
You'd have still obviously got great crowds at Murrayfield, but are you happy that they're staying in Glasgow? Not just from your personal standpoint, but just from the club as well?
Yeah, definitely, yes. Yes.
And Champions League is going to be a big one, isn't it? You've got Motherwell and Ross County in the league at home. Yeah. You should win those games anyway, shouldn't you? I know Motherwell did get a couple of good results against you last season.
And
but
so
the Champions League... Oh yeah, of course, away, in that game. But obviously the Champions League, does that worry you at all?
No. Not as long as we get the fans in behind the team, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Because the opposition probably would never have played at Ibrox before, so, and we've just got to adapt.
And for the new signings, do you think it'll affect them, especially some of the younger lads?
I don't think so, no, because they've got a lot to do, and whatever park you play on, as long as it's no plastic, then everything should be okay.
Jackson, Jim, big news yesterday is that you'll be starting the season at Hampden. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, we've got to do it, so it's not a good thing because it's not a good atmosphere at Hampden, but it'll do us.
You're not a fan of the atmosphere? I feel that sometimes it's okay, but compared to Ibrox?
No, you're too far away from the pitch.
Yeah, especially, I don't know where they'll put the Union Bears for those games. Will they be behind the goal? Will they be...
Maybe in the middle.
Maybe in the middle somewhere. I don't know where they'll be able to drum up a bit of atmosphere from, but the league games are Motherwell and Ross County. So you'd imagine that you'd win those.
We should have let us play away from home.
Oh, you'd have rather played all those games away from home. And what about the European games then? You'd have had to have played them somewhere, I guess.
Quarter of a stadium at Ibrox.
Oh, so you'd rather play at a three-quarter Ibrox. That's interesting, okay. And you've made a lot of new signings. Would you rather they were just playing straight away at Ibrox, get them used to it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
We've got used to the crowd.
But obviously, that's the start of the season. How do you think the end will go? Who's going to win the league?
Rangers.
Confident, yeah?
Yeah.
Aye.
Rangers put out a statement yesterday apologising to the fans about the stand and stuff. Do you think they needed an apology, the fans?
I think so. Just they sold all the season tickets and then they just didn't really tell us what was happening. And well, there's rumours that it could be October before we're back in, but as long as we get into Hampden, I'm not that bothered.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumours circulating about what could happen, so
yeah,
at least the club have now come out and told you, I guess, and you know that it's going to be Hampden now.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's going to be at Hampden. It's better than Murrayfield, easier to get to, but it's just a pain because you're not in your same seat, and for the European games with the new players coming, they won't get the same experience.
Are you a season ticket holder then?
I'm a season ticket holder.
And so do you know what's going to happen about where you'll be sitting and stuff at Hampden?
Well, they're saying similar to where you would sit, like just at Ibrox.
So where's your current?
The east enclosure.
Oh, so you'll be like
just down the front, kind of there.
So you'll be kind of down the front on the sides at Hampden, won't you?
Yeah,
I guess.
probably.
Not the best view sometimes at Hampden, is it? Depending on where you sit.
It's on like next to the tunnel, so probably be alright. I think. Yeah.
And have you seen Rangers play a lot at Hampden then? Have you been to a lot of the cup finals and stuff?
Yeah.
You couldn't have had too many good results?
No many, no.
I suppose you had the Hearts final a couple of years ago.
Aberdeen final this season.
Aberdeen final, yeah.
Was good,
but how was your record personally at Hampden? Have you got more losses than wins, or?
Definitely, yeah. My record's not very good.
So hopefully at least.
Yeah, hopefully.
At the new season, yeah, it can improve a little bit. And my last question for you: the new signings, do you think they'll?
I think they'll do well, yeah. I'm quite looking forward to seeing Gammy in that. He'll be good.
Yeah. And do you think they'll settle in even though they're not playing at Ibrox?
I think they will settle in eventually, yeah. I think they'll enjoy Ibrox more with the full stadium and that.
I think it could be a positive that they go away from Ibrox and it's all like they might actually do well, and then you come back here and it's like a bounce, isn't it? You actually get it right. So anyway, mate, yeah, thank you so much, man. We're going to go round, see if we can see a little bit of it from the other side of Ibrox, because right now we're on the side of it, so let's go and see if we can even just get a little sneak peek, and then I want to go and ask some Celtic fans what they think about the whole situation. Oh yeah, here we go. So you actually can see a little bit of the renovation. Look at that. You can see how all the seats have been taken out. They're doing new disabled facilities, which I'm glad about, because I do believe that a lot of the, maybe all of the disabled facilities right now are kind of pitch level, so I don't think people get the best of views. But if the majority of people with disabilities can get a bit of a higher view when they come to Ibrox, then fair play, it's going to be great for them. I think they might be adding more seats as well, if I'm correct. But yeah, look, you can see it's all going on right now. I'm glad we saw inside, but let's go too.
This is our club in Malaysia.
Oh, in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Oh, Selangor.
Yes.
I've been to JDT.
Okay.
I've been to PDRM.
PDRM.
I saw PDRM play Terengganu.
Oh, okay, that's cool. You should watch Selangor against JDT.
Yeah, you're from KL, right? Yeah, Selangor from KL.
Yeah.
And they were the big team before JDT.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, nice. And what are you doing in the UK?
My sister graduation day.
Nice. Okay. And this is Celtic.
Yeah.
Have you seen Rangers Stadium?
Not yet.
Okay, you're going to go there after?
Not sure about that, because my sister will bring us, so not sure whether we're going there.
It's a cool stadium though, isn't it? What do you think? What do you give it out of 10?
This one a 10.
10.
I
Nice.
Know, yeah.
Legend, nice one. Obviously we're here outside your spectacular stadium.
Western Scotland.
Some may say, yeah. And obviously your rivals won't be at their stadium for at least the first few months of the season. How do you think that'll affect them?
They're not going to win anything again anyway, you know what I mean? They only won one cup last year, but it's a shambles of a club. Can't seem to do nothing right at the minute. I don't really know. I've seen something on Twitter saying it was the wrong type of material, wrong type of steel that they ordered. I don't know how true that is.
Who knows what goes on behind the scenes in these things?
I've also heard rumours about Hampden saying no, Murrayfield saying no.
I think Hampden's all but confirmed, basically. Do you think they'd have been better off at Murrayfield or at Hampden?
I'm not too sure. We're still going to beat them 4th game into the season anyway,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter if they play at the new camp, they play at Ibrox, you know what I mean? We're going to
You've got them here first, haven't you? And who's this?
This is Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
and the boys.
Hello. Oh, he's lovely. Look at him.
I know, just a wee joint round.
Yeah, nice. So, obviously, the big news broke sort of today and yesterday that Rangers won't be playing their first few games at home. How do you think that'll affect them?
I think we struggle. What do you think?
Yeah, they'll struggle, yeah.
Because they've got to play their European games there as well, haven't they? So they've got qualifiers and stuff.
They'll miss their fans there, won't they?
Yeah.
The fans really help in the games, don't they?
Yeah.
They support the team, make a lot of noise in the games.
Yeah.
And so do you think that'll be pivotal for the rest of the season then? Do you think they'll maybe drop points or won't qualify for Europe because of this?
I think it'll be hard for them to qualify, depending on who they get. You think they'll qualify?
You reckon he reckons they'll qualify? Okay, yeah.
Qualify. They might be there in October.
Yeah, it could be even longer by rumours, you never know. And what do you think about your chances this season in the league then?
Celtic start winning the league.
Let me give you my thoughts on the entire situation then, because obviously the Celtic fans are quite happy to rub it in. The Rangers fans seem a little bit disappointed. Do I think it's the worst thing in the world? Not really. Can you glean some positives from it? The only probably positive being that, if they do very well at the start of the season, they do qualify for the Champions League. Going back to Ibrox after potentially being unbeaten for the start of the season or something, that would be such a big lift for them. But you could look at it the other way, whereas if they don't get the results they want, then they're chasing their tails for the rest of the season. I guess just logistically for the club as a whole, not just Philippe Clement and the players, it must just affect the planning and stuff, and it just can't be ideal having that hanging over the club. But is it the worst thing in the world? Probably not. Obviously the materials from Asia is the reason that it's been delayed. Could the club have done anything about it? Who knows? People seem to say that these kind of things can happen all the time. How many stadiums do we see getting built? They put a time on it and it's always like a year after or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably not the worst thing in the world. It's a big story. It's blown up over the last couple of days. It'll be interesting watching Rangers play league games and potentially the whole Champions League group stage at Hampden Park, but yeah, we'll see how it affects them. A huge thank you for all the support and for watching the videos. Of course, I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad that the Scottish season is starting to pick up a little bit now after all the madness of the Euros. Euros is obviously the final is still to be played. Wish me luck. I'm heading down to England to watch it with my mates. But yeah, if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate it. Cheers, guys.